Today I am going to summarize another book, this time by Stefanie Sword-Williams, one of the most well-known voices in personal branding and confidence. The title of the book is FCK Being Humble, Why Self-Promotion Isn't a Dirty Word *, and How to Stop Hiding Your Achievements and Start Owning Your Value. I have prepared 5 key lessons from the book that can help you build confidence, communicate your worth, and create better opportunities in your career and life. Lesson number 1. The Humility Trap. In many cultures, we are taught that being humble is a virtue. We learn not to brag, not to stand out too much, and not to talk about our achievements. On the surface, this sounds like a good thing. Nobody likes arrogance, right? However, in reality, this belief often holds us back. Imagine it this way. Your mind has a filter that blocks you from sharing your successes. You achieve something meaningful, but instead of talking about it, you downplay it or keep it to yourself. Over time, this becomes a habit. For example, you complete a big project at work that brings great results. Instead of clearly communicating your contribution, you say something like, "It was a team effort," and move on. While it is true that others contributed, you also played a key role. By not expressing it, you reduce your visibility. Another example, someone compliments you, and instead of accepting it, you respond with, "Oh, it was nothing." This behavior may seem polite, but it trains people to underestimate your value. The problem is not humility itself, but excessive humility. When you constantly hide your achievements, people simply don't know what you are capable of. Opportunities often go to those who communicate their value, not just those who have it. The key idea here is that if you don't tell your story, nobody else will. So instead of thinking, "I don't want to sound arrogant," ask yourself, "Am I being invisible?" Tip number 1. Start acknowledging your achievements. This doesn't mean exaggerating or lying. It means being honest about what you have done. Tip number 2. Learn to accept compliments without deflecting them. Just say thank you and move on. Tip number 3. Keep a record of your wins. Write down what you achieve so you can communicate it clearly when needed. Lesson number 2. Self-promotion is not selfish. Many people associate self-promotion with arrogance or narcissism. But in reality, self-promotion is simply communication. It is about making your work visible. Think about it. If you create something valuable but nobody knows about it, does it really have impact? Probably not. Imagine you have 2 people with the same level of skill. One of them shares their work, talks about their achievements, and makes their progress visible. The other stays quiet and hopes to be noticed. Who do you think will get more opportunities? The answer is obvious. Visibility matters. The problem is that we often wait to be recognized instead of actively showing our value. We believe that good work speaks for itself. But in most cases, it doesn't. People are busy. They don't automatically notice everything you do. You have to help them see it. For example, if you complete a successful project, don't assume your manager fully understands its impact. Communicate the results clearly. If you learn a new skill, share it. If you achieve something meaningful, talk about it in a natural and confident way. This is not bragging. This is clarity. Lesson number 3. Rewrite your internal narrative. A big reason people avoid self-promotion is their inner dialogue. Thoughts like "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve this," or "people will judge me" stop them from taking action. These thoughts feel real, but they are often not accurate. Imagine your mind as a storyteller. It constantly creates narratives about who you are and what you can do. If your story is negative, your actions will reflect that. For example, if you believe you are not qualified, you won't apply for opportunities, even if you are capable. Over time, this reinforces the belief. To change this, you need to become aware of your internal narrative. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, question it. Ask yourself, is this actually true, or is this just my fear talking? Replace limiting beliefs with more constructive ones. Instead of "I'm not ready," think "I can learn as I go." Another useful technique is to act as if you are already confident. Behavior can influence mindset. When you start acting differently, your beliefs begin to shift. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you build through action. Lesson number 4. The power of small visibility. Many people think self-promotion means making big, bold statements. But in reality, it is often about small, consistent actions. You don't need to suddenly become loud or overly expressive. You just need to be more visible than you were before. For example, share your progress regularly. Talk about what you are working on. Participate in conversations. Express your opinions. These small actions build your presence over time. Instead of one big moment, think of it as a series of small signals that show your value. Another example, instead of waiting for a big achievement, share the process. Talk about what you are learning, what challenges you are facing, and how you are solving them. This not only shows your skills but also makes you more relatable. The key idea is consistency. One post or one conversation won't change much. But repeated visibility creates recognition. People start associating you with certain skills and qualities. Lesson number 5. Redefine success and recognition. Many of us rely too much on external validation. We wait for promotions, praise, or recognition from others to feel successful. But this can be unreliable. Sometimes your work goes unnoticed, not because it lacks value, but because it wasn't visible enough. Instead of relying only on external validation, create your own definition of success. Decide what matters to you. Track your own progress. Celebrate your own wins. When you do this, you become less dependent on others' opinions. At the same time, don't be afraid to seek recognition. It is okay to want your work to be seen and appreciated. Recognition is not something to feel guilty about. It is a natural result of contributing value. To summarize, the main message of this book is simple. Stop hiding. Stop downplaying your achievements. Start communicating your value clearly and confidently. This doesn't mean becoming arrogant. It means being visible, honest, and intentional. Look at your behavior and ask yourself, where am I being too quiet? Where am I not giving myself credit? And how can I start showing up more? Small changes in how you present yourself can lead to big changes in your opportunities and results. Thanks for watching.